Hi guys, I thought I'd do a 2020 lawn care setup tour for you. Things have changed from last year quite a bit, so I thought I'd just give you a setup tour. So let's start off with the mowers. So first mower is a Hedge Trimmer 41 16-inch self-propelled mower, which has currently got a problem with carburetor. I think the gasket's gone, so it's not running right at all, so trying to get that sorted. So because I was having issues with that, I decided it was time to get a new mower. So we then have my brand new Hedge Harrier 48 Pro, which is much better than the 41 obviously, because it's a Pro. Yeah, that's going to be my main mower from now on. We might get the Spirit 41 fixed, I don't know yet. We might sell it, we haven't quite decided yet, but we probably don't need it because most of the properties I do are larger properties that I can do with a 48, so chances are we're going to sell it, but I'll keep you updated. So why did I go for a 48 Pro then? The 48 is obviously in between the 41 Pro and the 56 Pro, and I wanted something that I can do smaller lawns with, but also bigger lawns, so then I can sort of take on a variety of different size jobs and I'm not stuck with just a small one or a big one, you know. So it also fits past the side of our house, fits past the bins, so I haven't got to move the bins, whereas a 56 wouldn't. So yeah, so the 41 Pro hasn't got the blade brake clutch, which 48 has got the blade brake clutch. So that's quite handy, whereas obviously Spirit hasn't. Obviously it's just, that's your dead man's handle, whereas the 48 Pro has BBC. So that's another advantage of that. Obviously with it being a bigger mower, it's got much bigger grass bag, so that's better. That's a 55 litre and that's a 70 litre grass bag. The extra handle on the back as well, which that one hasn't got, is handy. What else has it got? The handles as well, carry handle, and the front bumper makes it easier to put them in the cart. The washout port, haven't used that yet, but I'll give that a go at some point. Yeah, just genuinely, it's just a much better mower for the sort of stuff I want to be doing. It's you know, much better, and I used to use that for my jobs, but the past couple of years I've picked up more jobs, so I've been using it regularly, and it has gotten worse each year that I've used it more. So you know, I don't think it's really going to last. So that's mowers. So let's move. So the trimmer I use is the Stihl Combi. It's the Stihl KM94 RC Combi engine with the say somewhere. There we go. FSKM. Where is it? FSKM straight shaft trimmer with the auto cut. I think it's got an auto cut C26-2. Yeah, so that's an amazing string head. Super quick to load with string when you run out. Speed feed as well, so you just bump it and it releases more string, so that's extremely handy and quick and easy to use. Grease point on it, just undo that and just put the grease in, really quick and easy. So yeah, so the main reason why I got this was because it was in my price range at the time, and it's got the eco speed, so when I do the edging I can lower the revs, so then you know the head isn't going around as quick, which I find makes it easier and gives a crisper edge to the lawn. This has got plenty of power as well, so I can do long thick grass as well. So it's, yeah, the balance on it is incredibly good as well, so that's why I use that. Brush cutter trimmer wise, I haven't got one at the moment, but if I needed one I'd probably look at the Stihl FS410, possibly something like that. But yeah, So harness, I use the steel double shoulder harness. Not exactly sure exactly which one it is. That's fairly comfortable to use. Good harness. I use it when hedge cutting sometimes as well, but mainly for trimming. So yeah, that's the. So my hedge cutting gear is again the Stihl KM94 combi engine and the HL KM 145 degree hedge trimmer attachment. So that's extremely handy for doing the long hedges. It's got the tip protector on it as well, so it makes it really nice for doing near walls and stuff like that, near trees, around obstacles. Stops the blades kicking back. It's extremely handy. Handheld hedge trimmer wise, which I only purchased this and got it delivered start of the week, so it's still pretty new. It's the HS45 with 24-inch blades. You can get it with 18, but I went for 24. So that's fairly lightweight, good to manoeuvre around. You know, you can get it in some tight corners, and you know, generally just better for doing sides of hedges and smaller hedges. And when you're on a ladder as well, doing tops, I used to just have the long reach, so it'll be quite difficult reaching the bits that are, you know, quite close to you. You know, you'd have to move the ladder further away from the hedge to get the bits closer to the front of the hedge. But obviously with this, then I can, you know, it gives me a good working width, and I can really get more close to me, if that makes sense. So the hedge trimmer is for the long reach. It's pretty easy to adjust. You just pull back on the spring and just swivel it around. Don't let me. So then it's, you know, unfolded, so it folds up for transport quite nicely. It gives you a range of different cut heights, different angles, so that's extremely handy. So also I use the 1 meter extension, carbon fibre extension as well, which you can see can be used with the HT-KM pole pruner or the HL-KM hedge trimmer. So that just gives me an extra meter reach, so that's quite handy as well. So let's move on to the blower and then onto some of my hand gear. So the blower I use is the Stihl BG86C. It's one of the more powerful handheld leaf blowers you can get. It's got plenty of power, more than enough. It's a really good blower. Got egg row start, so really nice and easy to start. Cruise control as well. It's got cruise control, so that's quite handy. Just an off switch, so you just push it down, it'll turn it off. You haven't got to worry about making sure it's switched on. It's got an automatic choke, so when it's running, you just flip the throttle and it automatically adjusts the choke. So that's good. 2 nozzles, a round one for more powerful direct blowing, and then this sort of fan one for more moving sort of more debris across a flat surface. So that's the blower I want. Hopefully, possibly, maybe this year, getting a BL700, but that just depends on money and how things turn out really. So let's move on to my lawn care equipment I use. So for my broadcast spreader, which I bought a couple of months ago, it's the Garden Brook. I don't really know how you say it, but that was just £40 off eBay, so nothing too expensive really, just for moving, putting fertilisers and grass seeds and, you know, different bits and pieces on. We have my old spreader, my old drop spreader, which is a evergreen drop spreader that I used to use. So that'll be handy, you know, for different bits and pieces. It's handy just to have two, just, you know, in case you get someone else working with you, or, you know. My sprayer, so just a small little handheld sprayer. I don't do much weed killing really, but when I do, you know, it's a handy bit of kit to have. 5 litre sprayer. that's quite handy. Let's move on to my hand tools. So my hand tools are stored in this little pallet rack that I made. So start off with the secateurs. Secateurs, I have my Stihl PG20 secateurs. Brilliant little secateurs. They're not the most professional ones you can get from Stihl, but they're not the least professional, if that makes sense. So I find they're great for me. With the holster as well, Stihl holster. So they're a brilliant pair of secateurs. My other two pairs of secateurs that I don't usually use, these are the Stihl PG10s. Don't usually use those because they're actually broken, so they're just sort of there if I need them. And my old secateurs I used to use at college, these are just cheap £7 secateurs we got in a shop, nothing too fancy really. So in there I've got my hoe as well, which is the yellow handle, that's my hoe. There's springtime rake, my normal soil rake. I've got two brooms in there as well, an edging iron and a fork. So if we move to my wolf garden stuff, for my wolf garden stuff I've got a 140cm handle, I've got two Dutch hoes, one of them being bent, which I mainly use for my edging of flower beds. That's the reason why it's bent. We've also got push-pull weeder, the grubber attachment, soil rake, the lawn rake, and then my normal Dutch hoe. Got a pair of loppers up there, extendable loppers, aerator, and I think that's pretty much it really. Oh, pressure washer, cheap Parker pressure washer just for doing odd bits and pieces around here. You know, cleaning cars, cleaning mowers, bit of patio pressure washing, you know, wall pressure washing, stuff like that. Nothing really too serious, you know. If I was going to go into pressure washing professionally, I'd get one with a Honda engine. So, you know, something more like 8 horsepower or so, you know, a little bit more kick to it. But for, you know, the amount of pressure washing I do, it's fine. It's better than an electric one for me. I find it better, so that's pressure washer. What else? Go through some of my other bits of gear. I've got my Stihl fuel can with BJ6 and KM94 written on it, and then just a normal petrol can just for petrol. The oil, I run HP Ultra oil, so you just put it into the measuring bottle and then just put that straight in with 5 litres of fuel. That's nice and easy. I've got a pair of anti-vibration gloves. So I find they're especially useful for the HS45. I find they help dampen the vibrations. Some Stihl thermal gloves for when the weather's a bit cold. Just some normal Stihl gloves. Odd, you know, work gloves. My chainsaw proof gloves. Stihl chainsaw proof gloves. Stihl goggles. Stihl ear defenders, which also have the visor as well for when I'm doing strimming. That's mainly it really. Another pair of just Stihl goggles, hedge trimmer spray, you know, odd bits and pieces really. Yeah, all my screwdrivers on the bench and everything. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for my lawn care setup. So for the moment, that's what I'm running. So yes, for me, you know, it's one of the best setups really for a 17-year-old. You know, running his own gardening business, to have, you know, even just to have a 48 Pro, you know, is pretty incredible. But to have all my other Stihl gear as well. Actually, I'll show you how it's stored. Just on a shelf. So the HS45 has got just attached via screw into the wall, so I can hang it on. Cut a little bit, cut some slots into this shelf. So just put my Stihl gear on. So the blower sits up there, all sits up there nicely. Harnesses, just put on with a couple of screws, nothing too fancy. And then obviously the pallet rack, and then the spreader goes up there, a few bits go on the shelves and stuff. So pretty much I try to keep all my gear off the floor really, just so any mice or rats or whatever, you know, if anything gets spilled, it's not gonna damage it. Just to keep everything, you know, give me more floor space really to work with. So yeah, so that's my 2020 setup. Oh, and my forestry helmet as well. 2020 lawn care setup and hedge trimming setup. There's not a lot compared to what some of you guys use, but for me, you know, as I haven't got a van because I'm only 17, you know, still at college, got another year of college to do from September onwards, so I can't be out, you know, doing loads and loads of work. Still doing driving lessons. When they start up again, I'll continue with my driving lessons. So then hopefully get myself a van and be able to put everything in the van. So that's the plan, yeah. So hope you enjoyed. Remember, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys use, and let me know if you want to see any more videos similar to this or any lawn care videos. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.